It's perfect. Lost weight. All right, who's let the number on this bad boy ruin their entire day? I know, me too. So nobody likes to be told that they're outdated, but I'm here to tell you that if this is your system that you're using, girl, you're outdated. But we're gonna get you up to speed so that we can make sure that on your nutrition and fitness journey that you're actually measuring your real success and not just your weight. Hi, sweet friends. If you're brand new here, my name is Lauren Valentino, and I help women just like you with their nutrition and fitness so that you can thrive, absolutely crush it in a body that you love. I help women make their nutrition and fitness easy and fit into their already busy, high-performing lives. So if you're brand new here, make sure that you subscribe and like and share and do all of the social media things. I appreciate it. Society has completely conditioned us to use this as a method to our success, how well we're eating, how well our bodies look, even a little bit of our self-worth tends to be tied to a number that, if we're being totally honest, is probably what we weighed in high school. Am I right? High school for like a minute. It's like the ultimate number that we see ourselves getting back to. And so I want to share with you today why the scale is truly the worst method to measure actual body fat success. Now, if we're all being honest, we don't care what we weigh, we care how we look. And if we're walking around in a lean, firm, tight, small, even, toned body that we feel really confident about, we won't care how much we weigh. If we're sliding on our pants with ease, buttoning our shorts with ease, we don't have things hanging out over the sides of our shorts or jeans, we're comfortable in our bodies, we feel athletic and strong, and we feel like we have endurance, and we feel like we have muscle tone, and we love our shape. We don't care how much we weigh. So truly, to measure that as our measurement of success is a little bit off, don't you think? Also, what are we measuring when we step on the scale? We're measuring our weight. And what our weight is comprised of is our hair, our skin, our lashes, our nails, our digested or undigested food. If we're doing a good job with our hydration and drinking a gallon of water a day, you're drinking 8 pounds of water a day. If you're eating 4 to 5 meals a day, as you probably should, then you're eating 4 to 8 pounds of food a day. So to think that you're going to measure your success off of a 0.1 or a 0.2 or a pound up or down in any direction is absolutely crazy. Now, over a long period of time, we do want to see the scale change towards, our goal. Yes. But normally we're measuring this off of one moment of time of one day or every day to see, is our plan working? When really what we need to do is we need to implement the plan and we need to stay off of the scale. So why the scale is the worst thing ever, I'm going to tell you 5 reasons and hopefully convince you to completely break up with this thing. Number 1, you're going to feel discouraged. Any plan that you implement, you need to run it for at least a couple weeks to see if it is moving you in the right direction before you judge whether to make changes with it. When we start messing with the scale, we go into a mindset of like, oh, this is working or it's not working way too soon. Also, the weight that we lose off of our bodies in the beginning is normally just sodium, sugar inflammation, just getting the sludge out of our bodies. But if we're watching that and we're like, oh, we lost 3 to 4 pounds in the first week, we can find ourselves getting discouraged in our second week when we're actually starting to dig into real weight loss. And you're like, oh, I've only lost a 0.2 this week. Something might be wrong. No, something's very right. But we tend to modify our approach based on the output of that number. The second reason, hormones. All right, so all of our females here, do I need to tell you that you're going to weigh something different the week before your menstrual cycle or while you're on your menstrual cycle? Probably not, but just in case, the hormones coming up to our menstrual cycle, you have progesterone as your key player. Progesterone slows down some of our gut motility and function. You may notice that your bowel movements coming up to your period are less celebratory than normal. Hormones. So our fluctuating hormones are absolutely going to change the weight that we see, the number that we see on the scale. The next one is stress. So I'm going to talk about physical stress and mental and emotional stress. If we go get a really hard workout, our bodies are going to hold on to more fluid as our bodies repair our muscle tissue. That's what working out is. It breaks it down, puts micro tears into our muscle tissue. The body has to heal and recover from that. That takes fluid. Also, real life stress is going to elevate our cortisol. Cortisol makes us hold on to extra fluid as well. So if you are under a large amount of stress, using the scale is not really accurate form of whether or not you've lost body fat. The next one is that if you are watching this thing like crazy and you're micro-focused on it, it can make you implement extreme measures, and extreme measures are not sustainable and they're not good for our endocrine system. So if you see a terrible number on the scale, you might go, oh, I'm gonna go just cut my food in half today, or I'm gonna go spend a whole extra hour on the treadmill. That's not sustainable. You know that from life experiences, right? Normally when we do things like that, we start to see ourselves yo-yo. We might be able to track really great for a little bit of amount of time, and then we find ourselves in our pantry in a box of chocolate because we're hungry or exhausted. Not a good strategy for long-term weight loss. The next one is guilt. No true fitness program comes with a side of guilt. So guess what? Life happens. Your kid has a birthday, I know, highly inconvenient, or you have an anniversary, or your mom comes to town and wants to take you out for dinner. You eat something a little off schedule, and just because we really want to just twist the knife, we weigh ourselves the next day, and that normally cues all of the downward spiral of guilt, which ends up eating way less than you should that day. Instead of just getting right back on your plan, you seem to need to punish yourself. No, just me? Yeah. Okay. So that keeps the guilt shelved and totally out of your fitness program. Now, 4 things that you can implement so that you are up to date on proper measurement of true body fat loss. The very first one is going to be pictures. Pictures never lie. They just don't. Progress pictures are amazing. Now, if you are going to use that as your strategy, you are going to get a solid color swimsuit. You're going to wear that swimsuit for every single progress picture that you take. You're going to pick a day of the week. You're going to stick with that day. Let it be Saturdays, let it be Sundays. Whatever day you're not rushing in the morning, you're going to do it at the same time. You're going to use the same lighting, be it artificial or natural lighting. You're going to stand in the same space up against the same plain wall so that the only variable of change that you see is your physique. Make sense? Yes. So pictures are awesome. Do them every single week. Make a folder separate in your phone, label it My Progress, and put those pictures in there. Now, you might not see a huge change in 1 week, okay? Just let's start there. You might not see a huge change, but you will definitely see change bi-weekly and definitely monthly. If you're not, then you need to probably tweak your plan, okay? Pictures are awesome. Number 1 tool to use for success. The second one that is awesome for success is measuring your body. So you know how we talked about body fat taking up more space than muscle mass? Take a cloth tape measure to your body and see. Measure your arms, measure your quads, measure your hips, your waist, your bust, measure and document. You will absolutely see a change in a positive direction that shows body fat loss. All right. The next one is an InBody Scan. InBody Scan technology is incredible. It's pretty easy to find. You can Google it. I'm sure it's going to be in your hometown somewhere. You can either walk into a gym and get this done. Normally, if you're just walking into a place, it'll cost you like $10 to $25. You can do it in your clothes. It is 99.9% accurate. It will tell you what your body is made of, your skeletal muscle, your body fat percentage, how much water you're holding in your body. It will tell you all the things. It is a phenomenal measure. Now, you do want to make sure that you did not just weight train before you go do an InBody Scan. That will throw it off. But anything else, you're good to go. InBody Scan, awesome technology. Number 4 is going to be a halo band. You can grab this off of Amazon and I'll put the link below. That is another really great way to track your fat loss success. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to leave you with a story because I don't want this to be you. Okay. So I have many clients. I do still work one-on-one with people. And I had a client recently who was very addicted to the scale. It had derailed lots of potential success that she was tracking on. So I had her take her batteries out of her scale. I had her move her scale up onto a very high shelf in her closet to where she could not reach it. And we set off on a brand new nutrition and fitness plan. She was getting massive results. She looked amazing. She was seeing abs that she hadn't seen in years. Her arms were sculpting. She was feeling hot and awesome. She was telling me that she was grabbing clothes that she had held on to for like an extra decade. She was sliding them on with ease. She was sending me pictures often. And she was feeling phenomenal. She got her oomph back. She got her energy back. She got her sex drive back. And she was feeling fantastic. So feeling so fantastic that one day she got out of the shower in the morning and she found her batteries. She grabbed that scale from the top shelf. She put the battery back in and called me crying. Lauren, I've only lost 6 pounds. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? I feel broken. And just complete emotional disaster. And I was like, you know what? Give me a minute. I'm gonna call you back. So I grabbed my very first pictures that she had ever sent me and put them in a photo collage with the ones that she had sent me the day before our call that day. And I just texted them to her, said nothing. I'm not going to convince someone of what is obvious. So I just sent them to her, and she calls me and she goes, okay, you're right. Those are two different people, and I have made massive change, but why only 6 pounds? So here's the deal. Our goal is always to change our body composition. We want to lose all the body fat or the excessive amount of body fat. We don't want anything sticking out over our jeans. We don't want anything to jiggle more than it should. We want our bodies to be tight and toned and firm and shapely. And in doing that, we also want to make sure that we hold on to the muscle tissue on our frame, because our muscle tissue is our secret fat burning machine. So if you're doing this right, it may not actually be what you think it's going to be on the scale. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that as a bit of encouragement. Break up with the scale, update your systems, girlfriend, and really track true fat loss success. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you gained value here. If you did, smash that like button, share it with your friends, and of course, make sure you subscribe. I put out a new high quality training as often as I can, which is weekly. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll chat soon. If you have any questions, drop them below.